Hey guys, Dale Bateman here. On this special episode of Build Your Success Online, I've got a strategy for you to help you find free leads on Facebook. Stay tuned. So there's no secret that there's lots of ways to get free leads and paid leads on the internet when you're trying to build your online business. So what I wanted to do today was go through for you in very specific terms how to use Facebook, one of the most powerful social networking sites there is, to get yourself some free leads for your online business. Now, I'm going to go through this step by step for you guys. I've got a very good presentation set up for you, so you'll be able to use this strategy right away to start building your online business. So many people are trying things with Facebook, but are doing it the totally wrong way. And it really affects your credibility and so much more with your online business, as you'll see in just a moment. So follow these steps. It's easy once you get into it, and it'll become second nature to you once you start doing it every single day. That's really the key, is the consistency. Be consistent with it and do this strategy every day, and you'll start to see a steady increase in your traffic and your leads as a result of this Facebook strategy. So ready? Here we go. Let's check it out now. Okay guys, so here we go. Finding free leads on Facebook. It's no secret that the biggest traffic source for your online business is social networking, besides the search engines, of course. There's lots of other ways to effectively market your business, but none with the kind of reach that social networks have. You can attract the exact kind of traffic you're looking for using these social networking sites. The best of these is Facebook. The right way and the wrong way. Just like with most things, there is what I like to call a right way and a wrong way to go about finding free leads on Facebook. The really great thing about this method I'm going to show you is that the folks who are doing it wrong are actually the ones you're looking for. Let me explain. The folks who are doing it the wrong way are joining a lot of Facebook groups within their chosen niche, and then either using an auto-posting tool, or if they have some extra time on their hands, they may be posting themselves. They blast the same 2 or 3 posts about their offer, sometimes more, as many times as they can during a given day, in the hopes that someone will click on their link and buy what they are offering. There's a name for this kind of behavior. It's called spamming, and nobody likes a spammer. Here are some more reasons why this is a bad idea. It's difficult to maintain month to month. Like I said, some people are using auto-posting tools, but in many cases, people are just brand new to online marketing and they have no idea that those things kind of exist. So they end up doing it themselves and blasting these posts out day in and day out, hour after hour. It gets tiresome, and I would challenge people to be able to hold up that kind of a schedule for more than a month or so. Number 2, it's very impersonal and antisocial. You know, the whole nature of spamming is that. It's basically giving people an offer and hoping they buy it. There's no interpersonal connections there, and it's very antisocial. You know, guys, we're on a social network here with Facebook. That's what it was developed to be. And creating posts and spamming posts like this is just not the way to go about it. Very antisocial. Number 3, it gives them zero credibility. Whenever I see somebody who's just spamming links in Facebook, they've lost all credibility with me. But on the other side, I do see them as an opportunity to turn them into a free lead for my business. So that's a good thing. But as far as their own credibility, you know, they just don't realize it, again, because perhaps they're brand new and they don't know any other way to do it. So it really affects their credibility moving forward, And that's what my training is going to help them with once I get them out of this rut of spamming links on Facebook. And number 4, it makes them look desperate. Okay, that's really the big thing with these spamming of the links, is it makes them look like they're in a desperate situation. Please buy my stuff, and so on. Okay, what they're really saying, guys, is buy my stuff just because. Essentially, this is the message that's being given to everyone who sees these spammy posts. These people think that just because they offer something for sale, that millions of Facebook users are going to jump all over it, pull out their precious credit cards, and buy. Unfortunately, nothing could be further from the truth, and here's why. The big 3. As you know, there are literally millions of offers to buy millions of products out there on the web every single minute of every single day. There is an unwritten rule which says that people buy products and services from those who they know, like, and trust. These 3 things are vital to your success with this method of lead generation, and we're going to dive right into them in this free training course. So, how exactly do you get people to know, like, and trust you enough to want to do business with you? Well, before I answer that important question, there are a couple of things that I want to make perfectly clear to you first. Number 1, guys, is this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. If you want to create an online business that you can truly be proud of and have it provide you and your family with the freedom to do what you want, when you want, and as much as you want, you have to look at this free leads on Facebook strategy as a long-term business model. I've been marketing online for nearly 5 years now, and I have yet to come across a method that will make profits overnight, like many of these business opportunities claim they can do. Here's the truth. It is only through consistent hard work that this method will work the way that it is intended to. The other thing I want to talk to you today about, guys, is residual income is where it's at. Ask any successful online marketer or entrepreneur what the key to consistent income is on the web, and they will say it's having a loyal email list and a steady source of residual income. This means that you can continue to offer new products to the same people over and over again and make money even when you're not working or sleeping or on vacation. This is the end result of what I'm showing you here in this training. The methods I'm about to show you here will be your first steps towards getting that loyal email list of repeat buyers and set you up to make as much residual income as you are able to generate. Are you ready? Let's get started. Step 1. Join Facebook groups. As I mentioned at the beginning of this presentation, the people who are going to become your free leads on Facebook are those who are spamming links into as many groups as they can. We already talked about the main reasons why this strategy is less than ideal, but I wanted to mention another one, which will certainly help to drive this important point home so that you aren't tempted to start doing this yourself. Think about it for a moment. If practically everyone in those Facebook groups are simply spamming links to various offers, how many people do you think actually end up seeing the links? That's right, almost nobody. Talk about a waste of time, right? Okay, now let's get back to your first step, which is to start joining some Facebook groups within your chosen niche. Perhaps you're already a member of some of these, and that's great. I would recommend joining no more than 10 or 15 groups per day when you're getting started. Remember that the reason you're joining these groups is to find your potential free leads on Facebook. So there's no need to go crazy with the number of groups you join, especially when you're just getting started with this method. So let's take another closer look at this step. Okay guys, so here we go. we're going to look at this first step, first stage of the process to finding free leads on Facebook. So here I am on my Facebook newsfeed, and I just want to call your attention over here to the left side. In the left column, I've got a section here called groups. These are all the groups that I am a member of. Okay, so I'm just going to click that and just going to scroll down quickly here. I'm currently in about 200 groups thereabouts, and you know, it depends what I'm doing. If I'm really ramping up this process, this Facebook lead generation, then I'll join some more for a period of time. I'll let some go, and so on, and join some more later. But I try to really concentrate on joining groups that are part of my niche. Now, I have a couple of niches. I do online network marketing, but I also do some weight loss and health related niches as well. But for this purpose, I'm just going to focus on the online marketing segment or groups. So here's a good example here. Here's a group called Make Money Online. Okay, it's an open group. It's got 19,705 members, 5 of whom are actually my friends. So let's just click on that group and take a quick look at it. So when you get into a group, what you're going to find is, for the most part, in most groups, it depends on the group itself and how it's been set up, how it's been policed, if you will, by its moderators. But in most cases, this is where people spam their links. Okay, so I'm just going to scroll down here quickly, and you know, we don't really have anything here that, you know, great to see you, what a beautiful day, look at this cute picture of my dog. What do we got here? We've got this person here, they've got this 100% profits start, and then 2 posts down you've got another person with exactly the same post, almost. Okay, the same opportunity. You know, that's the thing with these spammers. They think that this is going to get them the results they want, and they don't even take the time when they're posting these links to realize what's around them. Like, there was somebody who posted a link. Okay, this guy comes in, posts a link. He didn't even look to see that this person had posted practically the same message 2 posts prior to him. Now, you know, I'm not a know-it-all marketer, but would seem to tell me that I'm doing the wrong thing. Okay, I already went over some of the reasons why this is not a good idea, but I just wanted to show you some examples. And you've seen this. If you've looked in some groups, you've seen it. You get the pictures of money, how much you're going to get paid, send me a message, inbox me now, free opportunity. It just goes on and on. Okay, you could literally scroll here for days and days. Some people put a picture of a pretty girl on a computer because they think that'll help. Some people like posting how much money they've made or how much they say they've made. Okay, we've got something here for eBay. Can you copy and paste? You can make money. Again, on and on and on. Amazing secrets. But the thing is, guys, who's seeing these posts? Is it the other people who are just spamming links and not paying attention? I don't think so. We'll talk more about that in a bit, but okay, so when you join your first group and you get in there, if it's an open group, you're going to get right in, okay? You'll be able to start looking around right away. If it's a closed group, you will have to be approved for membership by one of the administrators of the group. So you can tell right up here if it's an open group or a closed group, okay, and how many members are in the group. And this tells here basically this is a place for the administrator of the group to put down what's the main purpose of the group, what you're allowed to do in the group. And in most cases it's a free-for-all. You can just post links till the cows come home. They don't really care. And you can add people to the group here as well. But what I want to really call your attention to is this next section down here. This is suggested groups. Once Facebook sees that you've joined this group, this Make Money Online group, they're going to suggest other groups that are similar where this stuff is concerned, all this description stuff is concerned. These are similar groups that Facebook has found for you where you can join as well, okay? So, and it'll tell you how many of your friends have already joined those particular groups. So this is an easy way to get into some groups. And like I said, I wouldn't recommend you join more than, say, 10 or 20 groups to start with. And then as you start to get better at this process and you start ramping it up, you can start to join some more, okay? But this is a quick and easy way to join more groups. You just click on the join link and you're basically in. Then that group that you just click join will be added to your set of groups. Okay? So again, main points to take from this: join groups within your niche. If you're doing weight loss, join weight loss groups. If you're doing self-help, join self-help groups. If you're doing Make Money Online groups. Okay? There are tons of groups out there, guys. More are being created every single day on Facebook, so don't worry that you're going to run out of groups to find. There are plenty out there for you to get involved with. So join a few to start, and the next time we get back on the computer, I'm going to show you how to start looking for these people who are spamming and how you can start to turn them into your leads. Okay? Let's get back to the presentation. Okay guys, so here we go. Step 2, look for potential leads. That's what we're going to do now. So next you're going to look for those guilty spammers within the groups you just joined. We're going to call these folks the desperate marketers. These are guys and gals doing it all wrong. Basically anybody doing what I talked about earlier on. People who are out there dropping links in group after group don't know any other way to market. Those people have also probably never heard of a squeeze page, sales funnel, or autoresponder. That's where you come in, my friend. Your job is to take these desperate marketers under your wing and convince them that what they are doing is not only wasting their time and resources, but it's also draining their credibility at the same time. This is the main part of my finding free leads on Facebook strategy. So first, you're going to take a look in some of your groups that you've joined and watch for people who are spamming their links all over the place. It's a pretty good possibility that you'll see these same people in multiple groups too. Just look at the photos across the top of the group page and I'm sure you'll start to see a common pattern with them. When you see someone who looks like a good candidate, I want you to click on their profile. Their Facebook profile will give you a lot more useful information about them that you can use to build your case against what they are doing. Within their profile, you'll see how long they've been on Facebook, and chances are they're fairly new because, as I said before, it's hard to maintain this spamming and they tend to give up. The other important thing you're looking at on their profile is the actual number of groups they belong to. If you see that they're up around 1,000 or even 2,000 groups, you've found yourself what I call a super spammer. Now, it's possible for a super spammer to make some money with their methods, but the sheer amount of work that's involved, along with their high antisocial rating, probably lands them into Facebook jail on a regular basis and just isn't worth it. Remember that Facebook and all the other online social networks were established to help people connect with other people, not for spammers to flourish. My recommendation would be to stay clear of the super spammer, because they will be harder to convince about the more beneficial, more socially acceptable methods that I'm teaching you here. Your ideal target market here is someone who is fairly new and is in maybe 100 or 200 groups at the most. These folks will be easier to work with. Here's what to do. Alright guys, so here we are back on Facebook on my home page, on my home feed, and for this stage what we're going to do is we're going to try to find some of these people who are spamming the links in the Facebook groups. So I'm going to just go over here and click on groups once again, and I'm going to go into this Make Money Online group. Okay, this is an open group. Again, I'm a member of it, and this is where I find some good leads. So I'm going to click on that group. Now, unless the administrator of the group has put up a title screen or a title slide at the top of the group, what you will see is all the people who have recently posted in the group. Okay, the person on the left will be the last one who posted, and so on and so forth. So this is a quick and easy way for you to skim through some of these folks. And what you'll notice is that as you go to more and more of these groups, you will see these same faces up here at the top. Okay, and that means these guys are the full-time spammers. Okay, they're going into multiple groups multiple times a day, and they're spamming their links to the groups. So I want to focus on this girl right here. She looks kind of interesting to me. She's got the big smile on her face, and she's got the two fists full of cash. Okay, so I'm going to click on her. That'll take me right to her personal profile, her Facebook profile. Then there's a couple of things I want to do when I get here. Okay, first I want to try to find out a little bit about her. So to do that, you know, she's not offering up any information sort of right here on her timeline. So you have to click on the About tab, and that'll tell you a little bit more about that person. Okay, it'll give their work and education, places where they live, basic information about them. Then when we scroll down a bit more, we see their photos, their friends. Keep going, their sports, music. It depends what they've set up for their personal profile as to which of these things you're going to see within their timeline. But we scroll down a bit more and we get past the movies, TV shows, books, apps and games, likes. Hey, here we go. This is what we're looking for. We're looking for groups. Okay, so if we click down here, this gives us a snapshot of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 8 groups that this person is a part of. But if we click on See All, we can see how many groups this person is a part of. And I'm still scrolling here, guys. Still scrolling. Still scrolling. Okay, so this person is part of a lot of groups. So this would be a good candidate for reaching out to them and talking to them about how they're marketing and how you feel you've got a better solution for them. I'm still scrolling, by the way. So again, lots of groups here that this person is a part of, and it just keeps going and going and going. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go back again, and back again to the group itself. And I'm going to just scroll down till I get to that person's post that they did. I know they've posted recently because they're still up at the top. Here they are, right here. Okay. You can make money by PayPal. PayPal Booster Pro. Buy is only $4.99. PayPal is a trusted system. No waste time. No products. Get more informations and buy here. Okay. She's got an image here that she's using to sell with. And I bet if I scroll down here a bit more, I'd probably find another one of those same posts that she had done a bit earlier in the day. So so this is a good candidate for reaching out and trying to sway them in a way to get them to start marketing properly on Facebook. Okay, and we'll explore more about how to do that the next time we check out the on-screen stuff. So let's get back to the presentation and give you a bit more insight before we get to that. Now that you have found some candidates for our Finding Free Leads on Facebook strategy, your next step is to attempt to reach out to them and start the process of building a friendly, trusting, and social relationship with them. I spoke a short while ago about something called Facebook Jail. This is a reality, and you have to be careful about your processes moving forward. I don't want you to be accused of being a spammer yourself, so there are a few ground rules I want you to follow for your contacting of these potential leads. First, reach out to no more than 20 people per day. Guys, this is a good number. It won't start to arouse suspicions with Facebook, and they won't think that you're trying to spam a lot of people in a given day. And further to this, spread these over the whole day. So if you can, try to do like 5 at a time or so, spread throughout the day. The other great thing about this method is if you do it this way, what you'll have happen is you'll find that different people that are spamming in these groups, they will tend to send out their posts at given times throughout the day. And they'll tend to change that depending how much knowledge they have about marketing. But what you'll find is if you start doing your initiations of these conversations throughout different times of the day, you'll get a really diverse group of people that you'll start to be able to contact with. Because chances are, if you're in a lot of groups and you're trying to find these spammers, the chances are pretty good that you're going to be able to find a really fresh new group practically every day. And so it really opens you up to a really diverse group of people that way. So spread your 20 posts, your 20 messages, I should say, over the whole day. And the most important thing, guys, with this whole strategy is to be consistent and do this every single day, okay? The more you do it, the better chances you are of creating some really great free leads on Facebook. Okay? If you do it for a week and then forget about it for a month, it's not going to work for you. It's the same thing with anything to do with your online business. It takes hard work and consistency to make it work the best way for you. So I would recommend that you set aside some time each and every day to work on this strategy. Okay? It's only going to benefit you, and I'll show you that a little bit later. So I would also recommend that you spend a bit of time exploring each person's Facebook profile before you message them. Just do a quick browse over their About section and make note of something about them that you can talk about in your initial message. For example, if they have a lot of pictures of their dog, why not ask them what the dog's name is, right? These are all ways to make your interaction with them a pleasant, social, and friendly one. So, once you've gathered your background info, click on the message button and send them a friendly message that asks them about their current Facebook marketing strategy. Now, I want to share with you a couple of examples here. So here's one. Hey, name, I noticed a post you made in a marketing group. I do a bit of marketing myself and like connecting with others doing the same. How long have you been marketing online? What do you leverage? And do you use any other marketing methods? Talk soon, Dale. Here's another one. Hey, name, love those photos of your dog. I have a dog named Fido just like it. What's your dog's name? I also noticed a post you made in a marketing group. I do a bit of marketing myself and I like connecting with others doing the same. Have you ever thought about scaling up that income you pull from whatever it is you leverage? What other advertising methods do you use? Talk soon, Dale. So I want to point out a few things about these initial contacts that you should be aware of. First, you notice that in my examples, I'm not pitching them or spamming them with a link to click on. This is the first step towards that combination of know, like, and trust we saw earlier. Next, the questions I'm asking them are called leading questions. This means that the answers they have to come up with, if they choose to reply, cannot simply be yes or no answers. Therefore, I'm leading them towards giving me more information without being rude and making the conversation more about them. Now here's a hint, guys. Everyone likes talking about themselves, whether they like it or whether they say so or not. The other thing that you need to be aware of is that in almost all cases, the messages you send to these free leads on Facebook will end up in what's known as their other inbox. As a result, it may take a while for them to realize that they even have any messages in that inbox and also to send you a reply to your message. That's why you must be consistent and do this every single day. I'll say it again, guys. If you do this every day, you will have a constant flow of returning messages to you from these initial conversations that you set up yourself. From this point, you simply wait and see what types of responses you get back from the individuals you sent messages to. Some may never message you back, but there are many who will. And these are the folks who you can turn into your free leads on Facebook. Since you've started the conversation with them using your leading questions, they will be more inclined to share things with you moving forward. If they start to spam you with their same links right within your back and forth messages, you can decide whether to keep them or drop them as a lost cause. Keep in mind that if you are being consistent with this method, you will have a minimum, guys, of 100 or more new potential free leads on Facebook every single week. So after a while, you can start to get a little more choosy as to who you deal with. Now, here's some more detail on this step. Alright guys, so now we're ready to start reaching out and actually making contact with these folks on Facebook. So I'm going to go back to this same girl here that we looked at in the previous segment online to see if I can reach out to her, and I'll just show you this one as an example of how you can do it. Okay, so I'm still within that group where I found her post. Okay, the Make Money Online group, and this is her latest post. So I'm just going to click back on her name to get back to her profile. And again, you know, if I were to see in her about here, you know, maybe she's mentioned something about her dog or her children or something like that, You know, I could talk about some kind of a sporting thing or athlete that maybe we have in common that we like, or maybe some music that she likes that I like as well, or something like that. Make a comment about something like that. But when you're reaching out to them, okay, keep in mind what I went over. You want to do this no more than about 20 times a day, and try to split it up into groups of about 5. So do maybe 5 in the morning, 5 in the afternoon, 5 in the evening, and then if you're so excited about this new opportunity, you're up in the middle of the night, do 5 more at that point. Because not only are you going to get mixed with a diverse group, but you also have to think about, okay, Facebook is pretty much universal. It's worldwide almost. So if you're posting in North America during the Eastern time slot, it's, you know, almost exactly 12 hours later in some place like the Philippines, for instance. So if you're up at an odd hour in the night, maybe you can't sleep, or you're so excited about this opportunity that I'm showing you here, you just want to do some more posts, then go for it. Take a look in the groups. Chances are you're going to find find some different people in there at those different times of the day. And they're maybe from a different part of the world, which is really cool. So we're here on our profile. A word of warning, when I talked about Facebook jail, that is certainly a real thing. Be careful with adding friends, okay? You can get into some serious trouble and be put into Facebook jail pretty quickly by doing all kinds of friend requests. There was a time when friend requests were more accepted and so forth, but lately Facebook has been clamping down on it. So I would stay away from the add friend button and just stick with the message button. So I'm going to click the message button. This is going to her, and what I've got a pre-prepared spiel, if you will, that I'm just going to paste in here. I'm going to change the name to her name, and what it says is, "Hey pet, I noticed a post you made in a marketing group. I do a bit of marketing myself, and I like connecting with others doing the same. How long have you been marketing online? What do you leverage, and do you use any other marketing methods?" Then at the bottom, I'm just going to say, "By the way, like your taste in music." Okay, and I can spread this out. You know, I can add some extra space between the thoughts so that they have really no choice but to read through it. Okay, if it's all in one chunk like that when I first put it in, they may be tempted not to look at it as closely. But when I break it down into individual parts like this, you know, each of these questions, these questions that I'm asking them, then they're more apt to read it. Okay, so it can be just as simple as that. Okay, and it doesn't even have to be this long. If you want to just you know, make it a couple of sentences, that's perfectly great. Like you could say, "Hey, I noticed a post you made in a marketing group. I do a bit of marketing myself and like connecting with others doing the same. Talk soon, Dale," your name, whatever it is. Okay, that's all you really need to say, guys. And once you get that set up, awesome, send. That was sent successfully. Okay, now the thing to keep in mind is in your messages up here in the top, in your Facebook profile menus, when you go to your messages and we go to see all, we have 2 options here. We have inbox, which is your regular inbox when you're talking to people that you know. Then you have other. Okay, so other is where your messages in most cases are going to end up when you send them just like I sent the one a moment ago. Okay? So be aware of that, and just for your own knowledge, make sure you check this other inbox from time to time. I try to check it periodically throughout the day, especially when I'm interacting with folks like this. But try to check it periodically to make sure you don't have somebody who's trying to reach out to you in the same way, because that can be just as beneficial. Maybe somebody's out there using this same sort of strategy to get you on board with them, and that would be kind of cool. So watch for that, and just know that when you send out some of these messages, they're going to end up in this other inbox. So be aware of that, and if it takes a while for people to start getting back to you, that's why. They probably don't know this thing exists, and all of a sudden they'll stumble upon it, and they'll see all these messages from people who are wanting to reach out to them, including yours. Okay? So that's basically it as far as reaching out to people, guys. You now have all the tools, I think. We've gone over, you know, joining the groups to find those spammers. Then you're going to identify them as people that you feel you can help by using this method on them. And finally, the way that you're going to start reaching out to those people in order to try to sway them away from doing their spammy links and into a more legitimate and more social way of getting leads on Facebook, which is what I'm going through in this free training. So let's get back to the presentation, finish things up, and get you guys moving towards getting this strategy in place for yourself. Okay, cool. Now guys, I want to go through some more examples, some sample conversation starters that you can use when you're first approaching your potential leads on Facebook. So here's my first example. Hey, name, I noticed an opportunity you're promoting in a marketing group. I also do some marketing, just not that way. In all honesty, how well does that program work for you? Is it extra pocket money, or can it help someone like me who would love to have something I can just set and forget, like you, do to take care of advertising costs? I never market by tossing links to as many eyes as I can get, but if this doesn't require working with the other people under you as my niche does, then I guess it would work. So in this example, guys, you're talking to them about the offer that they're putting forward in their spammy links, but you're kind of turning it around, and perhaps you're making them question the feasibility and the way that they're doing things. So this may be just enough to turn somebody around from a spammer into an actual marketer. Okay, let's look at another example. Here we go. Hey, name, I saw your post in a marketing group. How effective is this form of advertising for you? I never seem to have success blasting in groups. I found ways to target my audience, and it helps to find the people I want to work with and helps to build a business relationship. I'd like to hear other methods, if any, you use, as I'm always looking to learn new things. This way, I can bring something to the table not many others have. Talk soon, Dale. So in this case, what we're doing is we're again telling them, hey, I'd never have much luck blasting links into groups. I found a way that works much better for me. So hopefully what this will do is cause some curiosity on their part, and they'll want to know more about this method that I'm doing in order to get to build those business relationships. I've got one more example to go over with you. Hey, name, I saw you're promoting an opportunity in a marketing group. I do some marketing as well, and I was wondering how posting ads over and over converts for you. I have a lot more success getting leads that stay with me by targeting the way I get them. Let's chat sometime about our differing methods, and maybe we can each learn something to help us go further. Talk soon, Dale. So in this final case, guys, this example, what I'm talking about is, again, I'm telling them, I don't do the same methods that you do, and I'm wondering how it works for you. How are the conversions for you with posting ads over and over again? And once again, I'm hitting home just in a different way that I have a lot more success getting leads that stay with me by targeting the way I get them. Okay? Those alone are very leading statements, again, that will hopefully spur on some curiosity on their part, and they'll want to know more. Okay? So I hope those have helped you guys to see the kinds of ways that you can start conversing back and forth with these potential leads of yours on Facebook. Now let's move on to the next step. Step 4, keep the conversation going. There are really endless ways to reach out to your free leads on Facebook. Those were just a few examples of conversation starters that you can change and use to fit your own niche. Also, it depends on the type of person that you're starting up the conversation with as to how you proceed with it. For example, if someone is very interested in what you're doing, they may ask you to send them a link to your offer, or they may ask you a specific question about a problem they're having, and you can capitalize on that as well. Just be certain that before you send them a link that they either asked for it or you feel that offering it to them will not hurt the relationship. Here are a few other methods I've used when it comes to keeping the conversation going with my leads. I can try asking their opinion about my latest blog post. If they say, "I don't know, I haven't read it," I can send them a link to it. Okay, obviously with their permission, of course. Next, I can ask what specific problems they're having. Everybody, it doesn't matter how long you've been marketing online, I guarantee everybody has a problem at some point or other. Okay? Whether it's with something to do with your blog or your website or your squeeze page or your Facebook ads. What specific problems are they having? This again is a leading question. They'll come back to me hopefully with a problem they're having, and I can go out and find them an answer for it. I've built that trust, I've built that relationship, and they will start to look to me for answers. Number 3, I can ask why they're building an online business. This is always a great conversation starter because everybody has their own reasons for doing what they're doing online. Some people want to quit their job. Some people are happy in their job and are just looking for some extra income. Some people maybe are in a tight bind financially and need to get out of it, or need to help a family member or a friend in need. Whatever the case may be, getting to the bottom of these reasons for building an online business are a great way to start building a relationship, because you never know, you may have a lot in common with these people in terms of what you're doing the business for. And finally, I ask them who they look up to as a mentor. Now, I'm guaranteeing you, most people who are new online and are spamming links on Facebook have no idea that they should have a mentor. And once this conversation starts, it's a great way for you to get in there and say, hey, I know I haven't been around that long myself, but I do seem to know a bit more than you do, so I'd be happy to take you under my wing and help you in any way that I can to start building your online business for you. Okay? Forget about spamming the links. Let's try doing this a different way and see how it works out. So you can actually set yourself up as a mentor and get started that way with certain folks too. Okay? So those are some other cool ideas that you can use, guys, in getting that conversation started and keeping it going. Whenever you have a candidate who is receptive to your offer, try to make sure that you are sending them to a link where they will get what you promised them. So if you tell them to click and grab a free report that you're offering, don't send them into a sales funnel or to a squeeze page where they have to jump through hoops to get what you promised. Giving them what they expect and nothing more will help build trust. Keep in mind throughout this stage of the process that these folks honestly don't know any better. And even if you haven't been doing this very long yourself, you still know a lot more than they do by simply following this Free Leads on Facebook training of mine. Anyway, always come across to your leads as a confident leader who is to be trusted. If you don't know the answer to a problem, go and learn how to do it. This is how you can elevate yourself over all of those other people online who are talking the talk but not walking the walk. Every day you should be looking for problems to solve and questions to answer. When you do, you can use another 3-word process of mine. Learn, do, teach. Learn. Learn a new skill or a new way of doing something that you feel will benefit other people who don't know how to do that. Do. Get out there and actually do that process you've just learned, even putting your own unique spin on it. And teach. Once you've mastered that process yourself, it's time to go out and teach it to others. There will always be someone out on the web willing to learn from you. In fact, that's exactly what this Finding Free Leads on Facebook training has been all about for me. Perhaps you found out about this training through a conversation that you and I had on Facebook. You see, I learned this process from someone else. Then I did it and perfected it for my own purpose. And finally, I am now teaching it to you so that I can continue to build on the fact that you hopefully now know, like, and trust me enough to continue building our online relationship with each other. Pretty cool, right? Now it's your turn. I want to challenge you to get started with this Free Leads on Facebook strategy right away. You have all the tools to make this a very successful process for you and your online business. Remember to focus on building those relationships, be consistent with your marketing efforts, and never give up on your goals and dreams. So in conclusion, guys, I want to say thanks very much for taking this Finding Free Leads on Facebook training course. If you're watching the video, please note that you can also get a PDF copy of this training free at my blog. Just go to byso.biz and click the Free Stuff tab at the top. So guys, this has been my Finding Free Leads on Facebook free training. I hope you've enjoyed it. Now I want to finish up the video so that without further ado, you guys can go out and start using these strategies to build your success online. Let's go and finish things up, and I will see you soon. So there you go, guys, my Finding Free Leads on Facebook strategy that you can start using today to start building your online business. I hope you'll start using these things to start building your business, and that you'll, as I said in the beginning, remain consistent with it. That's the key. Hard work, consistency, and good effort will get you where you want to be with your online business. So don't forget, there is a free ebook available about doing these steps too. You can rewatch this video as much as you want, or if it's easier for you to download the ebook and go through it that way, that's cool too. All the steps are in there. You can get that if you're watching this on my blog. You can get that at the bottom of the blog post or in the free stuff menu at the top of the blog. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and you'll get all my new videos on a regular basis where I help you build your success online. So guys, until next time, my name is Dale Bateman, and I'm wishing you a fantastic day. Bye for now.